Alright guys, RoKage here and welcome back to the brand new video. Here we are, STAYSHARP will be the topic. On today's video I want to make a complete shop guide. More precisely I'm talking about the free-to-play shop. Not the one that you spend money for, but the exchange shop. I want to make a full guide on what things you should prioritize, what things you should definitely avoid buying, and just overall to explain you how that exchange shop work. Here you can do some huge mistakes that will definitely slow your progress, but at the end of the day you can learn from those mistakes and then keep on going the right way, and that's pretty much that. So don't worry, don't be obsessed by this. So just listen and everything will be clear. So exchange shop is divided into celebration coin exchange, weapon material exchange, mana crystal exchange, and battlefield of time exchange. Now let me describe one by one. This part you're getting from the summons. This one is much rarer material, and this one is the material you're gonna get more oftenly overall, way more at the end of the day. But both of these materials you're getting by the summoning. Okay, summoning on the banners, any type of banner, you're gonna get those points. Now this is the things that I would prioritize here. Getting the limited tickets, 100% worth it. 100% worth it because you can get 10 of those. So when you're gonna do some summons, boom, 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 you're gonna gather those platinum commemorative coin, and then you can also get some limited tickets back. Please, guys, do not. I'm not even saying I don't recommend. I'm just saying you do not do this. Please do not spend your precious red coins here on the black tickets. Not worth it because you can get plenty from story and the challenges and many other ways. Rune fragments also, I don't get this. Okay, like the biggest value that you get with the red coins is the limited tickets and the hunter mana elixir tree. Okay, I would honestly prioritize these two for the red coins. Everything else not worth it. Extremely expensive. This is extremely expensive, by the way, so 3 of those, this is not worth it overall. And please, skill scroll 3, not worth it in my eyes at all. 100k gold, okay, if you really need it for your progress you can go for it, but again I recommend only buying the limited tickets and the hunter mana power elixirs with the red coins. You have to decide for yourself when is the best way to buy them. Mana power elixir are additional buffs to your characters that you can clearly see when you I mean, I can show you really quickly. So if I go into my box, I also did few mistakes in the shop and everything else, so don't worry, you're not the only one. If you did, you'll learn as the time will go and you're gonna become better. So here it is. So this is how you can get you need to use those materials to unlock the growth upgrade of your characters, okay? Especially in the beginning, you can even be more focused on the limited tickets at the end of the day for sure. Okay, let me go back. The loading. Now, with the blue coins, I will call them like that, it's much simpler. You can go honestly for the rune fragments if you wanna, and 100% it's worth to go for the mana power crystal. Okay, because like this you're gonna increase the growth 1,000,000% of your character, and then you're gonna get additional boost. Also skill scroll 2, I would go with the blue ones, and gold maybe sometimes, but it's at the end of the day really expensive for really low amount of coins. Have that in mind. Okay, so at the end of the day, with the red ones are the limited tickets and the mana power elixir tree when you need it. And then with the blue ones, you can go for the rune fragments or mana power elixir 2, maybe even once when you need them, and skill scroll 2. Again, you're gonna have to decide those things for yourself because it really depends on your situation with your account. But don't be afraid to buy those things that I mentioned. Okay, then you have the weapon materials exchange. Here you're salvaging your weapons and then you're getting this weapon, this ones. You're gonna always get this ones even when you salvage R, even SR, you know. But this one you can only get if you salvage the SSR weapons, and maybe, if I remember correctly, if you salvage some highly built SR weapon, but I cannot 100% remember that part. But the whole point is, guys, please do not salvage your SR weapons until they're maxed out. Trust me, you're gonna need them in many cases. Sometimes they will even more shine than SSR weapons. And please do not ever salvage your SSR weapons to get those unless you max them out. Okay? What to prioritize here? So with this material right here, definitely getting Mana Power Crystal Selection Chest should be your highest priority. Maybe, just maybe, for the armory, if you're close, if you need it, you can go for this as well for building your armory. Skill Scroll 2 are not bad option as well. And this is pretty situational. Maybe if you're close of maxing out your weapon, you can go for that as well. So here you play around, but definitely highest priority should be your Mana Power Crystal chests, especially when you need to, of course, craft a weapon. And now with this material, eventually you're gonna gather also this material, but eventually it will take some time. But the highest priority, of course, should be your Hunter exclusive weapon design. This is one of the most rarest material in the game, so definitely as a free-to-play, eventually you're gonna be able to do all of that and get that material as well from here. Also, players skill scroll 3, not a bad thing to get. And that's pretty much it. Most of those stuffs are pretty farmable in the game, so don't worry too much. This is the highest priority, and this is the highest priority. Everything else is situational. Whenever you need it, you can go for it. Don't worry, but just don't like constantly buy the things that you can actually farm. Have that in mind. Okay, and now we have the Mana Crystal Exchange that you get from the mining gates, etc. If you look at the source, Mining Team Dispatch, highest priority should be this. If you can buy this every day, you should do that. Like this, I expanded my power tremendously. So by buying keys, you will have more tries. I mean, you're gonna have more. You're gonna be able to. At the end of the day, you're gonna be able to farm more artifacts, gears. Super important, and the most important thing to make your character stronger. So buying those keys is super important. Also, not a bad idea. Yeah, everything else is pretty much when you need something, go for it. Like, no joke. Weapon enhancement, sometimes I bought this when I was super close, but overall you don't get too much of a value here. This is not a bad deal to buy. Honestly, not a bad deal. Sometimes you're gonna miss it, so you can go for it. But yeah, everything else is pretty situational. Whenever you need it, go for it. But keys are your main thing you should buy. Because like this, you're gonna gather more artifacts. With more artifacts, you will have more options to build up your character, and at the end of the day, your character will be stronger and stronger because you're gonna increase the amount of level 55 artifacts or whatever your highest level you can get currently, and like this, your combat power will increase drastically. And now at the end, we have Battlefield of Time, Medal of Time items. This is connected, guys. If I go here, okay, Battlefield of Time. So here, right here, I'm like top 10 here, but I still didn't do a proper run. So I can definitely improve the score. Yeah, rank 9 actually. I can go. I cannot go to this extent like this two guys, but I can definitely go to rank 4. Maybe 3, maybe, but it will be super hard for me. Okay, but I'm satisfied with the amount of money I spent and everything else. I'm pretty satisfied. Okay, and here, depending on your ranking, you're gonna get those Battlefield of Time coins. You're gonna need to collect them manually. Everyone from the early access already know about that. And then, depending on how good you done, the amount of coins you're gonna get. So if you got better score, more of those Battlefield of Time coins you're gonna get, and then you're gonna be able to buy stuff from the shop. Now, let me discuss about what should be your highest priority. Your highest priority should be your Hunter exclusive weapon design. Why? Because they're so super rare to get at the end of the day. And even if you don't do so well over time, you're gonna be able to farm enough to get those. Definitely you should prioritize this. Then, of course, the limited tickets, again, they're super rare material in the game. When you grind all the essence and when you're done with that, let me say it like that, right? Pretty rare material, and you should always get it as much as possible. At the end of the day, summoning in this game is super important, especially using the rate up drawing tickets, because the new characters will be in a rate up banner. Please do not buy custom draw tickets unless you're like in a need to summon, but please don't do that, okay? Huge mistake that would be. Gold, it's not so much worth it from here. Mana power crystals, I would say yes, it's worth it when you need just a few of those, but at the end of the day, I would rather save those coins, because those materials are rare, but not even close as rare as this one. So it's better long-term speaking to save for this material and go for that. Limited tickets. Shadow tracers are super expensive to get it from here, but you can grind a bunch of them in store in the gates now. Over time it will stack up. Plus the Battlefield of Time, if I'm not mistaken, should give you also plenty. I mean plenty. It won't be that much, but trust me, as the time will go, as you're gonna progress, you will see more and more this material popping up. Okay. Situational. If you really need it, if you're close to unlock the shadow or something like that, you can go for that. But everything else, farmable, doable, even without buying stuff from here. It really depends what are you missing. But again, I repeat, do not buy this, buy this. And especially if you have patience, save up for this. Because trust me, crafting the weapons for the SSR hunters are super important, and then you expand their power tremendously. They become just so much better. Like every single hunter for every single SSR weapon, they're designed like that, they work together. So yeah, strategize. A lot of things, at the end of the day, it's on you, but at least you know now what you should prioritize in long term. Again, most of the stuff are situational. There is always some exception where you can buy something else what I said, but at the end of the day, most of the materials, you should be focused on the things that really matter. Okay guys, hopefully you did enjoy this video. I wanted to do this video a few days ago, but I totally forgot, so I remembered, and now it is done. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you next one. Bye guys.